Hello friends, welcome to the lecture of functional analysis. In the last lecture we have started understanding the concept of separable spaces. The definition of separable set or separable space is a nonlinear space is said to be separable if it has a countable dense subset. We'll just proceed further. I'll share my screen. Yes. Therefore, finding a countable dense subset of a given set is a separable set. Now, in today's lecture, we will go for next example and one important theorem depending on the separable sets. Therefore, this will be our lecture number 25, I think. Yes, it is 25. Okay. Now, first example in today's lecture we will discuss is the first example we want to discuss today is the normed linear space, the normed linear space n, where the elements are nothing but the sequences, x is equal to xn be a sequence, such that xn converges to n. Means it is a collection of all converging sequences with norm x is equal to suprema mod xn. 1 less than or equals to n less than infinity is separable. Very simple example to prove and to understand as well. N is a collection of all convergent sequences. The norm is defined as suprema mod xn value, and it was already given that it is a nonlinear space. Our aim is to prove only it is a separable space. Now, in order to prove it as a separable space, what is the aim? Find out one countable dense subset of the set n. For that purpose, we will start with one subset such that by selection it will be countable, and we will just try to prove that it is a dense. Therefore, here we will select set D. Okay, B the set of all sequences. B the set of all sequences with finitely many with finitely many rational coordinates, finitely many rational coordinates, and remaining coordinates are fixed rational. Remaining coordinates are fixed rational. A special type of subset of sequences we have selected. Na? What is the use of this? With this assumption, these sequences will be convergent, no doubt, and is converges to that fixed rational. Okay, that is nature of the sequence. Oh, sorry. Here I'll just write what is the nature of the sequences. The sequence will be, suppose some whatever the final values I have written, some x1, x2, some finitely rational coordinates, and remaining coordinates, actually it has infinite number of coordinates. No? Then the remaining coordinate is fixed rational. Suppose q I have written. Therefore the remaining values are q, 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 q. This is what a kind of sequence is. Then what will be a limit point of the sequence? No doubt q will be a limit point. Means this will be a convergent sequence, and it is going to converge to a fixed rational. And as the sequence is a convergent sequence, therefore this set will be a subset of a normed linear space n, because normed linear space is a collection of all the convergent sequences. Right? Coming back, therefore this selection of the set D we have made such that it will be sequences will be convergent sequences. Now this set D is also a countable subset. Why? Because all the elements of the sequences we have selected to be rationals, and we know rationals are dense. Okay, therefore this will be a countable subset. Therefore I'll write this D is countable subset of n. Then what remains to prove? It remains to prove that D is dense in n. D is dense in n. Now, in order to prove D is dense in N, what is sufficient to prove? Yes, if it is sufficient for us to prove that distance between or the open subsets in D is having a non-empty intersection with the elements of N. For this, I'll just I'll just write it is enough to prove that it is enough to prove that every open sphere centered at x in N contains a point of D. Okay, just look at the sketch. This is N, this is D. What we want to prove that every open sphere centered at X, say this is X and this is an open sphere centered at X, contains a point of D, that is SRX intersection D is non-empty. With this, X will be an adherent point of D or a limit point of D if that point is other than X. This is what our aim is to prove. That is, now we will select one sequence such that distance between that sequence and these 2 points will be less than epsilon. Therefore, here we have started with a sequence xn converges to L. Okay, element of n, na? Sequence xn is element of, here x is a sequence xn, na? X is sequence xn converges to L. Now let me use the definition of convergence. For given epsilon greater than 0, there exists a stage, say n naught, such that, what such that, mod of xn minus L less than epsilon for all n greater equal by n naught. For all n greater equal by n naught. That is, for all the elements of the sequence from n naught onwards, the distance between xn and L is less than epsilon. Now, what is the question for the first n naught values? X1, x2 up to xn naught. Now, for these first n naught values of the sequence xn, we will find out fixed rational numbers r1 to rn naught. Okay. Therefore, fixing this n naught, n naught, what we will do? We will choose rational numbers. R1, R2 to Rn naught such that, what such that, mod of x1 minus R1 less than epsilon, mod of x2 minus R2 less than epsilon, and so on, mod of xn naught minus Rn naught less than epsilon. Okay, the previous equation I will call by 1. Okay, and here I will call by 2. Here I will call by 2. Therefore, whatever that infinite tuple set we are assuming, X, I'll just change the color of pen to understand. Whatever is an infinite tuple set, that is the sequence we are considering, x1, x2 to xn naught, and from xn naught plus 1 and so on. Okay, therefore for xn naught plus n onwards, distance between xn naught and L is less than epsilon. And here for these values we have found R1, R2 up to Rn naught, where the distances are less than epsilon. Therefore, what a vector R I should fix? I should fix the vector R. Therefore, let R is equal to, what I will fix out? The vector R or the sequence R is R1, R2 up to Rn naught, and rest values are L, L and L. Okay. Therefore, this let R, if L is rational, otherwise what I will do? If L is rational, it is okay. Otherwise, we will choose a rational number. Next to L. If it is irrational in case. Rational number next to L. If it is rational, it is okay. Otherwise, next to L, say L dash or N and anything. Then this is R is belonging to D because this R satisfies the restriction on the set D we have imposed. What are the restrictions on the set D we have imposed? This set D is the set of all sequences with finitely many rationals and remaining coordinates are fixed rational. So for here R1 to R0 are finitely many rational and remaining are the fixed rational. Therefore the point R is in D. Now I will check the distance between X and R. What will be a distance between X and R? According to the norm is defined as, how the norm is defined? Supremum mod Xn. Right now? Supremum mod Xn. Therefore, this is supremum. What is mod Xn? Here we'll write all the values. Mod X1 minus R1. Mod X2 minus R2. So on up to say mod Xn naught minus Rn naught and mod Xn naught plus 1 minus L and so on. But look at these two equations. Equation number 2, every value is less than epsilon. Mod x1 minus r1 less than epsilon. x2 minus r2 less than epsilon. Similarly here also. Mod xn minus l less than epsilon for all n greater or equal by n naught. That is n naught plus 1, n naught plus 2 and so on. Therefore every value is less than epsilon in this set we have defined. Therefore the suprema is also less than n. L epsilon. Therefore mod of x minus r less than epsilon. What we have seen? What we have seen then? D, whatever this n we have taken, and this is the set D. For R in D, X in N, the opens, this distance is less than epsilon means what I can do? I can find out an open sphere around X containing R of D. Thus, I can say D is dense in N, or rather it is countable dense, because we have selected this to be countable set. Therefore, these countable dense set and hence N is separable. N is separable. Very easy example to understand. Now we will go to the next theorem and very important, containing many geometric constructions. Okay, let us proceed to the theorem. The theorem statement is subset of separable nonlinear spaces separable. I change the color of my pen. Not red, say green. Okay, fine. Theorem is every subset of separable nonlinear space is separable. Okay, now let us start with say N be a separable nonlinear space. Let N be a separable normed linear space. What does it mean? That it has countable dense subset. Therefore, let me select A to be a subset of N. A be subset of N. Okay, what is our aim? To prove that A is separable. That is, again, this A has countable dense subset. Right. Now we will construct a countable dense subset of the set A. Okay. For this, we are going to make use of the concept that N is separable. Now here first I will write, since N is a separable, we can find out say D. Let D equal to Xn be countable dense subset of N. Okay, try to understand the situation now. We have the set N nonlinear space. I'll just draw some bigger diagram to understand. Right, this is say N, a norm linear space given to be separable. Okay, it has one subset. D, which is countable dense, and it has another subset A, which we want to prove separable, finding a countable dense subset of A. Now let us proceed by initially finding a distance between a point xk. I'll just fix out one point xk of D and the set A. Okay, and what we know, how to find out the distance between a set A and point xk? We know distance between a set A and a point xk is always found by the inferior value, inferior norm xk minus ykn, okay, where ykn belongs to A. YKN is the symbol I have purposefully written in order to say that all these elements YKN are related to XK. Okay, and with the different values of N. Okay, are you getting me? The nature of element we have considered is of the type YKN because those elements are related to XK in D. Okay, suppose inferior holds. Let us suppose inferior holds at some point. Suppose inferior holds at some ykm at say ykm belongs to A. I'll just show in the diagram. Suppose somewhere here is my point ykm. Okay. See, whole proof is depending on the sketch. If you have understood the sketch clearly, there is no problem to understand the proof. Okay. Now, what the job we will do? We will choose those elements of A which are at a distance epsilon n or less from ykm. Okay. We will choose those elements of A which are at a distance less than epsilon n or less from ykm. Say this will be a position. See that dotted lines may be all the elements which are at a distance epsilon n or less. Okay. Therefore, somewhere here is some ykn say. Ykn say. Okay. Therefore, let me write. Here we will select that is. I will write now. We will choose those elements. See this, whatever the kind of proof I am giving you is not available in the book. It was covered in half a page only. Therefore, you just try to please understand the construction. Elements of A which are at a distance epsilon n or less from yk. Yeah. Therefore, may I write norm of ykn minus ykm less than epsilon n. Less than or equals to epsilon n or less, I am saying. Okay. Norm of ykn minus ykm means this. Distance between these two ykm and some ykn I have found where which has a distance less than epsilon n. Now we will find the distance between xk and ykn. What will be the distance between xk and ykn? This is an addition of a distance xk to ykm to ykn by the norm property. Therefore, consider norm of xk minus ykn. Okay, and may I write this as less than or equals to? Or first I'll write equal to xk minus ykm plus ykm minus ykn. Now I will use a triangular inequality norm of xk minus ykm added with norm of ykm minus ykn. Okay, therefore this is norm of xk minus ykm plus epsilon n, right? But this ykm we have seen, this is an inferior. This inferior holds at ykm. Therefore, this distance norm of xk, here I'll write, this is equal to norm of xk minus ykm. Because we have said that inferior holds at ykm. Therefore, this value we will replace, this value we will replace by inferior. Therefore, here I'll make a change. Let me insert the pages. Yes, here it is. Now, norm of xk minus ykn. This term I am going to replace by inferior. Therefore, this is inferior norm xk minus ykn, provided ykn is in A plus epsilon n, and let me call this as inequality number 1. In book it was given directly find out ykn in A such that this equation holds. Now what the job we will do? We will find out those elements of A which I have shown by dotted. Na? Those elements of A which are at a distance less than epsilon n means this which satisfies equation number 1, and we will those elements of A which satisfies this inequality number 1, and we call the set as D of A, right? Now what I will do, those elements of A, those elements of A which satisfy 1, that is this inequality, that is having a distance y less than epsilon n equal less or equal distance of epsilon n from ykm satisfies 1, we call as D of A. Okay, therefore D of A will be a subset here for this dotted. This D dotted is D of A. The symbol D of A we have selected for the subset of A because this set was totally depend on an element xk of D. Therefore, this subset was chosen depending on xk. Xk is in D, therefore the subset symbol is D of A. Therefore, we have found a subset D of A, and by selection it is countable. Therefore, what remains to prove? This is dense. D of A is dense in A. Therefore, what remains to prove that D of A is dense in A. D of A is dense in A. Okay. Now, to prove D of A is a dense in A, let us start with X is in A. No doubt A is a subset of N, B, a point of A, which is the limit point of D, which is a limit point of D. Why it is a limit point of D? Because this N is a separable space where D is a countable dense subset. Okay. Therefore, this is a limit point of D. I'll write here. Coming to the sketch. Therefore, whenever I am taking some X in A, that X is a member of N as well because X is in A is in N, therefore X is in N, and D is countable dense subset of N, therefore X must be a limit point of D. If X is a limit point of D, what does it mean? The distance between X and Xk must be less than epsilon. An open sphere around X must contain a point of D, say Xk. Therefore, here I can write very easily an open sphere centered at X contains an element of D, say xk. Therefore, may I write norm of x minus xk is less than epsilon. Let me call this as statement number 2. Let me call this as statement number 2. Coming back now, choose n sufficiently large. Choose n sufficiently large such that epsilon is less than epsilon. Now we will find out the distance between x and ykn. Now we will find the distance between x and ykn. And if this distance is less than epsilon, what does this mean? X is the limit point of D of A. And if X is the limit point of D of A is dense in A, and hence the proof will hold. Now the job is to prove distance between X and Ykn less than epsilon. To find out the distance between X and Ykn, no doubt we are going to make use of through Xk. through xk, that is x to xk to yk. Got it? To find the distance between x and yk, we will use x to xk to ykn. Okay, therefore consider norm of x minus ykn, and here we are going to choose this with the help of xk. Therefore let me adjust xk. Okay, by using a triangular inequality, this is norm of x minus xk plus, oh sorry, it is minus norm of xk minus ykn. Okay, now norm of x minus xk is less than epsilon. Here I can write directly less than epsilon. But what for this? By inequality number 1. From 2 this term is directly less than epsilon. But what for this term? For this I have to use equation 1. What is equation number 1? Norm of xk minus yk is less than inferior plus epsilon. Again, I'll just write that this is inferior norm xk minus ykn plus epsilon n. Now I'll just try to understand what is inferior. Since inferior norm xk minus ykn, inferior norm xk minus ykn less than or equals to xk minus x. Why this is so? Because for an arbitrary x in A, for arbitrary x in A, we know always, I'll just show you the reason here. For arbitrary inferior norm xk minus ykn is distance between xk and A, right? Therefore, for an arbitrary x in A, we don't know whether the distance is inferior or not. Therefore, that inferior xk minus ykn must be less equal by xk minus x for an arbitrary value. This is true for an arbitrary value. Therefore, I will replace this by norm xk minus x. Coming to the next page, norm x minus ykn is less than epsilon. I have carried out as it is. This middle term I will replace by xk minus x. Epsilon n I will replace by epsilon n less than epsilon. Again we will use equation number 2 repeatedly. Oh sorry, here I will just use equation number 2 in order to write this is less than epsilon plus epsilon. Therefore this is totally less than 3 epsilon. That it shows that distance between x and ykn is less than 3 epsilon. What we'll just try to understand what is distance between x and ykn. Distance between x and ykn is less than epsilon. That is, if I draw an open sphere around x, it contains a point ykn of d of a. Therefore, x will be a limit point of d of a. And just write this in detail. Thus, every open sphere centered at x contains a point of d of a. Therefore, what does this mean? This x is limit point or adherent point of d of a. Thus d of a is countable dense subset of a. Hence a is separable. And hence the proof also. If whatever the distances we have calculated is totally depend on the sketch. If you understood the sketch very clearly, what we have found initially, fixing xk, we have found the distance between xk and a by inferior value. We have assumed that this inferior holds at some ykm. By assuming this as inferior holds at some ykm, we have found out all the values or all the vectors or points which are at a distance less than epsilon, which are at a distance less or equal by epsilon n. Therefore, this is a dotted. Therefore, some ykn will be there. Therefore, this distance is epsilon n. Then later we have found the distance between xk and yk with the help of this yk. xk and yk, and we have shown this distance is less than by inferior less than or equals to inferior norm xk minus yk plus epsilon n. Then again by taking an arbitrary point x of a of n. Therefore, knowing x is a limit point of d, we have found that distance between x and xk is less than epsilon because x is limit point of d. Therefore, an open sphere around x must contain a point of d. That is, say xk. Therefore, norm x minus xk less than epsilon. And finally, we have just found the distance between x and yk with the help of xk. That is x to xk, xk to ykn. If you just understand this theme, the proof of this will be very simple. The notation d of a was simply d of a of a subset of a was simply used that this subset, whatever we have found, depends on the element xk of d. That's why we have denoted this as d of a. If you just look at the proof given in the reference books, it is somewhat difficult. I have tried to explain in a very simple manner. I hope you have understood today's lecture. Thank you for watching.